Hi everyone, it's Linnea. Today I'm going to be making a card using the new Roll With It stamp set from Miss Ink Stamps. Now this stamp set is not particularly Halloween-y, I don't think. I think you could use it anytime for just somebody who needs a laugh or a pick-me-up. This is a big house that has been toilet papered in the trees and on the house. So I'm going to be using this. I'm going to make it a Halloween card. I'm starting here with the decaf background stamp. I'm stamping that in a crisp black ink onto an A2 sized card panel. And you're going to see that in the end, I do end up changing this background. I thought it was too busy for this particular card, but I grabbed that one because it's one of my favorite background stamps from Miss Ink Stamps. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in this Roll With It house. I apologize that I am mostly out of camera, but I'm keeping in the portion that I'm coloring, and I didn't keep in all of the coloring of this house. I'm not an expert colorist. I don't do anything fancy. I usually go from dark to light, but for this image in particular, because the branches were so tiny, I didn't want to do a lot of shading because I knew that I would color outside of the lines. So for the trees, I just started with my lightest color, and then I went in with my darkest color and just kind of added little outlines where I wanted shadow to be. So I'm going along the textured lines that are stamped in the tree, and then I'm also just kind of adding some here and there. So same thing for the grass. I wanted there to be quite a bit of dimension. So I'm using G14 and G17 for the grass. I'm coloring all over it with G14. Then I'll come in with G17 and just kind of follow the guidelines from the stamp and add a little bit of shadow as well underneath the tree and underneath the house. The pine trees, I used G17 and G29 just so that it would kind of match the grass, but you could definitely tell that there was a color difference. And then for the house itself, I used browns in the E50s category. Now here's where I don't know if I did the right thing or not, but I decided to outline my image. You know how usually there's that white border around? Well, I colored it in with a C3 gray marker. I thought that it would make it look spookier. And I had intended at that time to be using my decaf background. But when I added the house on top, I thought that it was just a little bit too busy. So I switched out my background. I used the new Floral Wave stencil and some yellow ink and just blended that over top of the stencil, and I think the house looks a lot better on there. Now using the yellow background, I kind of wish that I hadn't colored in my outline with that gray marker, but I'm just going to, like the stamp says, I'm going to roll with it, and I'm going to make it go, and I'm going to make it work. I have a sentiment from the Roll With It stamp set that I added to the bottom, and then you can see there that I also colored in some cute little critters from the Boo Crew stamp set. And I'm going to add those into that little Roll With It scene. I'm adding them with foam tape, and I even took some of the rolls of toilet paper from the Roll With It stamp set, and I'm adding that to their hands so it looks like they are the mischievous little critters who toilet papered this house. And that's the end of my card. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll be back soon with another Miss Ink Stamps card. Bye, you guys. Thanks for watching.